Okay, this video is going to explain about patenting. It's going to explain what I've learned this past weekend. It's going to explain the Goldwell sluice history, how it was patented. I'm going to show some details here that that will allow you to understand that Bernard Makowski failed to correctly protect his intellectual property, his intellect, within the given time frame allotted to him through the patent law that's written by the U.S. Congress. So here we have on the website the provisional application for patent, and I'm going to explain these words you're going to see a couple times in this video. Provisional application. Provision, it's kind of like getting your foot in the door. So if you come up with an invention, this is going to allow you to file without having to do like a formal patent claim. So if you've never done patents before, or you just want to go ahead and get rolling with the process, this is an easy way to get it started. So it'll give you time to finish it, but there's a certain amount of time that you have to work with, and I'll show you here how much it says. A provisional application for patent has a pendency lasting 12 months from the day you filed it. So you've got 12 months to continue the process, and if you don't, you can't get an extension. Now, if you go over the 12 months, but you're within a 14-month window, so 2 months after the fact, you can have it restored with a grantable petition. So down here, another important are the dates. The provisional application must name the inventor. It has to be within the 1-year grace period, and that's what it's going to explain here. And it also has to be in conjunction with a provisional application. In conjunction with this law here. So a provisional application can be filed up to 12 months following an inventor's public disclosure of the invention. So in Bernard Makowski's case, he filed in he began to sell his products in January of 2013, and I'll show you here on this video. And so that means he would have had until January of 2014 to begin this process, which he did on his first provisional patent application. And remember, he did two. His first one he failed on. He didn't finish it. And his second one he filed too late. That's what this video is going to show. You can't wait pretty much more than 1 year before the provisional application filing date. You cannot be offering. You cannot allow public disclosure. Okay. You can't go around showing off, your stuff with a publication. You can't have public use. You can't be offering it for sale. You can't do any of these things. And then wait more than a year. Okay? Because that's going to preclude. You're going to be out of time. It ain't going to work. So you have to remember that once you start selling your stuff, you have 1 year to start the provisional application, which he did on the first one, but he did not follow up on the first one. That's what ends his opportunity. But he wanted to go ahead and try again. And he did. And he found somebody who would do that for him. And you're going to see here. I'll show you. Now this is a video from Derek Emer. Derek is the first person to buy the Goldwell sluice. This video was posted January 22nd. And this is Derek showing off his amazing Goldwell sluice.
So we're out here today testing our new Goldwell cleanup sluice. Brand new design that we picked up here in Arizona. Nothing like it on the market.
Nothing like it on the market. It's totally new. So this is when it started. This is kind of the history of the gold well sluice. And this is a video from posted from Bernie Makowski, March 2013. So March 2013, you can see that Bernie Makowski was selling these. March 19th, he's got his link to his website. He's got a website up, HM Research, goldwellllc.com. Man, he's moving right along. He's doing a great job. There he is showing his stuff. He's even got his phone number. I mean, you can give Bernie Makowski a call if you want to. There's his phone number. Of course, he doesn't hide anything there in that respect. And so there you have it. He is selling them, and he is posting them online publicly, March. And this weekend, as I began to dig in a little bit deeper, asking Bernie some questions, which later in the video here, if you continue all the way through the end, you'll hear some voice recording, Bernie Makowski explaining his perspective and basically his confession. He knows that what he did was incorrect, and it's kind of some good stuff there, I guess. February of 2013. This is an email that he sent me, like I said, this weekend, but it was forwarded from LegalZoom. And so February, they had filed, him and his brother, Nathan. You can see there, Nathan. Nathan had helped him. It was supposedly through Nathan's account, LegalZoom account. And you have here that the very important part is clearly listed. You know, it's not hidden or anything. And this is pretty clean English. In order to benefit from your early filing date, you must file a corresponding non-provisional utility patent application 12 months from the date your application was filed. So Bernie had already sold some of the products in January, and that means that his next deadline, because this deadline started February 28th, 2013, so that means he had until February 28th, 2014 to finish this process. After that, he would have had a 2-month period that he could have filed a petition. And if he filed a petition, sure, he might have been able to get this one reinstated again, but he never did that. I'll show you what he did. He got a hold of a group called Thoughts to Paper, and he sent me this one. He didn't want to send me this stuff, but he sent it to me because he figured that this was going to be information to be able to get me to continue buying the patent. That's why he kept sending me these things. He wanted me to buy it still, and he's a desperate man. The Provisional Patent application has been filed. But wait a minute. This was the September 2014. Well, what happened with the first one? You got a second one. You did a second one. Well, the rules said that you can't, but he did it anyway. That's right. He did it anyway. He found somebody, Ryan Harper. Ryan Harper told him that you could. Let's do it. Go for it. No big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, because they weren't following the rules. This is the patent that my brother and I had agreed to purchase. You can see here, September 11th, 2014. Okay, that's when the the priority was. That's when it had its foot in the door. That was the date. And before that, that means that he wouldn't have been able to sell the products 1 year prior. Otherwise, it would have precluded. He would have been past the deadline. So we open this up here, and you can see the sluice plate with spiral pockets. Yeah. Well, he was definitely selling, and you can see there's the date, 2014 September. So he passed the date. There's the whole thing, the whole patent. You can look it up. Explains all of it. He says, "So I changed the design." That's one of his claims. So I changed the design. Dude, you didn't change the design. It's the sluice plate with spiral pockets. It's the same spiral plate that you've had this whole time. There's no change in the design, and even if there was a change in the design, it doesn't mean you can do anything, because it wasn't a design patent. Who are you trying to fool, man? It says there on the website, you got 12 months. You didn't do it. Here's the here it is again. Keep in mind that a publication, use, or sale, or any activity only has to be made available to the public to qualify as a public disclosure. So he publicly disclosed it in January. But if it's more than 1 year, it's going to preclude patenting in the United States. Dude, you can't file after your first provisional patent had expired, but you did it anyway. Here's Goldwell sluice when you search it on Google. Goldwell sluice. Look at these spiral pockets. Sluice plate with spiral pockets. That's all that you had, man. Your sluice plate with spiral pockets. You know? You didn't change the design. I think that's an old one. It's still the same plates. Yeah, it's the same plates, man. You didn't change the design. And besides, you didn't even file for a design patent the first time. I'll show you why. Back to the provisional application for patent. Again, down here. Here's some cautions. Oh yeah, here you go. Bernie Makowski. Caution, buddy. The benefits of the provisional application cannot be claimed if the deadline has expired. You can't claim the benefits in September of 2014 because you filed in February of 2013. Your 12 months expired. You're done. It was public domain. Right. You can't do it. Here's another thing too. Yeah, Mr. I changed the design, and so that's how I was able to get it. Well, guess what? You didn't even file a design patent. You filed a provisional application, and you cannot do that for a design invention. Your first application was for a provisional application. And not only that, it says right here. It says utility. It was a utility patent application. You filed 2 utility patent applications. You had told me at your house that you had filed a design patent. I've also got recording here again that I'm about to play here in a couple minutes that had said you had filed a design patent. No, dude, that was a lie. It was a farce. There he is.
At that point, the machinist made the parts, and I told him it'd be like a screw, with the diameter diminishing as it went down. So he used a screw threading program and produced the spirals. And my first test, it was awesome. I was catching every last little fragment. I took the tailings and repanned them and repanned them and repanned them. I couldn't find anything. So I was happy. It didn't dawn on me actually to make a company of it at that point. I was just glad I had a sluice to finally catch some fine stuff. Marty Hagan was a friend of mine. He ran both of mine. He actually was here.
Back to the gold well sluice again. You can see this guy even had it on. Nathan Makowski's brother had it on the Bering Sea Gold show. You know, he was up there on the AU grabber. And you know what that was? The summer of 13. Well, September is in the fall, right? And don't those guys go up there? Don't they do the dredging up there? Like, what does that start? Somewhere around May? June? The Gold Well sluice was in Alaska on the dredges more than a year before Bernie had filed the patent that he was granted, that he sold to me. The second one was granted, which it shouldn't have been granted. He passed the deadline. So what does old man Bernie say when I got him on the phone? And I'm asking him about how I'm supposed to protect myself by buying his patent. And he's got this answer for me. I ask him about it.
Sell it. What they're going to have to do is prove that I sold one or something like that back in the time period that we're disqualified. Do they have that proof?
He's saying that someone would have to prove. It's here all over the internet, bro. It doesn't take much. I mean, even these guys, Devin, he took off and went up there. Kim Bowlby. And here you got my brother's site that he put up. But, of course, that was after the fact. But 2013, you just search the videos of the Gold Well sluice. Look at that. There's one March 13. Huh. Look at that, March 13. Look at that. Somebody would have to prove it. So what else does he say? I don't know. No one has got that proof.
You mean like proof of the, like what time period? Well, I thought it was 12 months, right? So... my patent date takes exception to 2014, so that'd be on 2013 sometime. Right. And I hadn't sold very many by 2013. So basically, like, if me and Daniel buy this thing and somebody wants to go ahead and start copying it, and then we want to tell them to stop, then... What? Well, my concern would be that somebody'd be able to say that it's null. I mean, because it was filed after the 12-month period. You're right. Okay, now what? You want to not buy it? Don't buy it. Don't buy the patent.
Oh yeah, it's true. Suppose it's true. I'll say it's true. Fine. It's true. Don't buy the patent. That's right. Don't buy the patent from Bernie Makowski.
Hi, I'm Kong, and I have helped many illustrators and animators make a living on YouTube.
We'll skip
This
that,
is
Kong. Gold Well sluice. Reed Lukens. I mean, the thing is all over the internet. Everybody knows about it. But fine. Don't buy the patent. Sure. Somebody's just got to prove it. Here, you want to hear it again? Play it back again. One second.
You mean like proof of the, like So basically, like, if Mandan will buy this thing and somebody wants to go ahead and start copying it, and then we want to tell them to stop, then... What? Well, my concern would be that somebody'd be able to say that it's null. I mean, because it was filed after the 12-month period.
You're going to sue. Okay, sue. I mean, you're right. Okay, now what? You want to not buy it? Don't buy it. Don't buy the patent.
Sure, I'll say it's true. Don't buy the patent. Oh, I ain't buying that patent. No thanks.